All right, here we are. First video. I'm going to give you some basics on basically what is it we're doing here, what is the purpose, and what are my beliefs. How am I going to mentally coach you through things coming from where my mind is? Well, let me tell you where my mind is. Early on in my life, I was told about the placebo effect. You know about the placebo effect? In a controlled environment, two people with the same illness, similar illnesses or injuries are giving medication for their illness. One of them is actually a fake sugar pill, something like that, that really wouldn't do anything. And the one is actually the medication. Who gets better? Both of them. In fact, sometimes the person without the medication gets better or stronger or quicker. And the reason being is because synthetic substances, when we put them in our body, tend to suppress our immune system. So even though you're given medication for the illness, your own body system is not as productive as it could be. So this was all it took in my life at an early age to deny anyone who started to tell me about putting limitations on my body or what I could do or not do, because I knew, hey, the mind is the powerful essence. Now, in anything that we're doing here and anything we do with the body, it's nice to look at the general concept, the idea, how it works, what we're intending to do, and what the body can do. Now, if our mind can make us well simply by thinking about it, that's really all you need to do to understand that pretty much everything we do is going to come from the way we think about it in our mind. The words we speak, what we believe, the belief behind those words. And are those words powerful enough and believable enough to make change in our life? Let me give you a couple examples. I've been with people that are yogis or blah, 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 spiritualists or whatever, and then you go for a ride with them in a car in LA and someone cuts them off. Next thing you know, they're flipping them off, you know? And it's like, whoa, where did this spiritual guru go? You know? It's our actions, not our words. When life slaps you in the face, that immediate reaction that you have, that I have, that we have, is what shows what our beliefs are and who we are. How do you react in those immediate situations? Because that's going to reverberate in your entire life. Now think about this. Everyone has had an experience in their life where someone has said something to them, and it might only have been a few words that you carry your whole life. And you remember it. Sometimes it affects your life in many ways. In fact, I've known people who have not done things in life, powerful things that they could have easily done, just because of something someone had said. And so just knowing that, you understand the power of words. Now, what words are you using on yourself? Here in our exercises, I'm going to be using powerful words, positive words. I'm going to get you to own the words. I'm going to get you to believe in the power of the human body and the spirit. I have overcome some very traumatic injuries. And when I first started my yoga, I was over 30 years old, and I had just started. And I was a crippled mess. I mean, I wasn't in a wheelchair, but I couldn't lay on the floor without propping every bone and muscle in my body up because I was so stiff. It was painful sometimes to sleep. I had a lot of injuries. Racing motorcycles, auto accidents took their toll. I've crushed this ankle against a car in a motorcycle accident, also impacted, dislocated the hip. I've torn my ACLs, ruptured the meniscus, broken ribs, not punctured, but bruised organs, ruptured my lower discs in a trampoline accident. I was in an automobile rollover accident. The car partially rolled on top of me. Luckily, the window was pushed in enough that it didn't crush me because I was being thrown out the car, but it didn't go all the way out, so the car rolled on me. Serious damage to my upper vertebrae, broken foot, broken hands, of course, nose, collarbone, recently a shoulder, actually is 3 months ago, bad shoulder injury. And so I've been through a lot. I was not raised an indoor boy that was learning how to dance and stayed flexible his whole life. I was outdoors. I was a wild child in Southern California growing up, and I was injured a lot. And yoga has completely rehabilitated my body to the point where I don't have an ache or pain in my body. Occasionally I do because I'm still out and active and I injure myself, but I can do miraculous things. A miracle of movement. All the activities we love to do outside of our lives, whether it's jogging, running, mountain climbing, motorcycle riding, football, these are not really exercises, these are our activities. So yoga is the exercise that gives us the maximum usage of our body so we can enjoy our activities. Maximum usage of our digestion system so we can enjoy eating. Maximum usage of our breath so we can enjoy breathing and doing wonderful things. There are exercises that we do in the yoga practice for everything. Thyroid, lips, mouth, cheeks, spleen, heart, lungs, liver, kidneys, everything. Spleen, lower intestine, small intestine, all our organs being squished and compressed and squeezed. We exercise every part of our body, neuromuscular system, every bone, every joint, every tendon, and we maximize the usage of our body so we can really enjoy these bodies. I was telling someone the other day who was concerned about being a certain age and the illnesses that come. And I said that age is not a factor in our health at all. What the factor in our health is behavior over time. If you have a certain behavior that you adopt over time, depending upon how subtly bad or subtly good the behavior is. I mean, if you're smoking meth, you're going to experience traumatic results from that within weeks. But let's say you're eating a poor diet. Starting at 20, you just got into a habit of eating a really bad diet. 10, 20, 30 years, you will start experiencing the effects of that. So yeah, when you're 45, 50, this is when you're going to start experiencing the effects of that time that you put in under that behavior. If you spend time in regenerative behaviors, things that help the body along, because the beautiful energy of chi is always flowing through us. The river of wellness is always flowing through us. Our bodies regenerate, our bodies heal. There's no difference from the healing that goes on inside the body as the healing that goes outside the body when you cut yourself. When we cut ourselves, we are not really concerned, unless it's a serious, strange disease, about that cut healing. It will heal and we'll watch it heal. Same thing goes with everything else in our body. So if you're doing these regenerative habits over time, 10, 20, 30 years from now, you're going to be in a completely different place as the person who does the degenerative. The people who are in their 50s here that are degenerating and on medications and having problems and blah, 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 and here we go, here we go, here we go. These people are going to be, whoa, 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 still doing the wonderful things that you did when you were young. Okay? And that's what we're going to be doing here. We're going to be regenerating. We're going to be regenerating our mind. We're going to be involved and experiencing the powerful psychological and physical effects of our breath. And we're going to be doing this together in a very positive way. And of course, in this beautiful location. A little gloomy today, but when it clears up, it's going to be amazing. So, that's what I have to say to you today. And we're going to get started with that breathing exercise right away. So now you know where I'm coming from. Where are you coming from? Let's get busy, okay? So let's start this breathing exercise. All right, everyone, here we are, and we are ready for the breathing exercise. Believe it or not, just the simple act of learning how to breathe and exercising your breath capacity is going to do wonders and miracles for your life. Seriously. We really underestimate the power of breath for so many issues in our lives. Calming us down, eliminating metabolic waste, calming our mind, releasing anxiety, allowing for better metabolic processes. There is just so much that goes on through our breath. And I'm very excited for this. Did I say that enough? Okay, so we're going to get started. I've talked enough. Here we go. Imagine that you, from the mouth is the mouth of a balloon, and the belly of the balloon is right here in your gut. Now, when the air comes in the balloon gets big, and that's how we're going to inhale. The first exercise here we're going to do is known as three-part breathing or full body breathing, where we're going to get the full experience of the breath capacity. So as we inhale, the belly starts to fill up. It's as if this diaphragm drops down, the belly begins to fill up, and then our chest fills up, and then even the collarbones lift a little. We're getting full breath. And as we do this, we're wanting to slow the breath down so we can really feel every bit of movement as we expand, and even feel the expansion and the stretch. And then as we exhale, we compress, dropping the collarbones, chest compressing, and then we start squeezing in the belly, squeezing so much that that navel, the belly button, just pulls way up into the rib cage, getting a full identification and mindfulness of those gut muscles. And then when you inhale, it relaxes and fills up, fills up, fills up. And as you exhale, compress, compress, squeeze, squeeze. So this is what we're going to do. The next part about this is breathing through the nose. Unless otherwise stated, in certain exercises we're going to do, you're going to breathe through the nose. And the key here is to not necessarily hear it in the nostrils like that, but hear it deeper in the throat. So the key to this is, let's do this exercise. Hold your hand out here, everyone. Imagine you have a feather on your hand. Now blow that feather off your hand. Feel how cool that breath is? Very cool, cooling breath. Now, if you want to fog up your glasses or a window, you're going to create a hot breath. And that's by simply squeezing the muscles of our throat so the air has to force its way through, and it creates heat. Now, that's how we're going to practice breathing to the best of our ability. So you're going to have that ha sound in the throat, but your mouth is going to be closed. So it's still going to come through the nose, but you're going to feel it in the throat. And as you get good at this, the breath starts coming deeper and deeper down into the chest, where you actually hear it more in the chest. So this is it. So I'll practice with you a couple, then we're going to do a couple minutes of this just so you understand how it is. And I want you to practice on your own, because next week we're going to put all this together in a very powerful exercise. So learn it. All right, so sit as comfortable as you can. Remember, anyone can do this exercise. I don't care where you are or what condition you have. If you have your mind and you're able to hear me or see me, then you can practice this, even if you're just thinking about it. So everyone, wherever you are, imagine sitting tall. Imagine that spine lengthening through your body, creating great pranic energy just because you're thinking about it. And we're going to breathe through the nose. We're going to try to time this for about 5 to 6 seconds. And as we get better at this, we're going to lengthen our breath more and more. So we go 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, all the way up to maybe 45 seconds when we actually are doing the inhale. This is going to take time. All right, everyone. So let's do this first breath. Inhale slow. Belly out, belly out. Collarbones lift. And exhale. Collarbones compress. Belly is squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. Inhale. Exhale, squeezing, 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 squeezing. Inhale. Fill it up, fill it up. Exhale. Chest compressing, belly pulling in, squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. Inhale. Exhale. Squeeze it. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. By now we're kind of getting in tune with the rhythm, feeling it. Stay relaxed. Inhale. Exhale. Feeling that rhythm, aren't you? Starting to feel good. Inhale. Exhale. And we're going to do 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And last one, inhale. Exhale. Squeeze it out, squeeze it out. Beautiful. So I'd really love for you to put a timer on for 5 minutes and do this exercise for 5 minutes. Even if you only have a minute to do it, just at least some point in this next week, get a few practices is where you really learn that. The next is a much more difficult exercise for people. You may have heard of it, called the breath of fire. And this is how it works. Simply allow your stomach to remain in a toned position. We're not inhaling at all on this exercise. This exercise is all about the This exercise is the breath of fire. This exercise is the breath of fire, and you may have heard of it. So, it's a little more challenging. We're going to keep our stomach at just a flat toned position. And imagine, this is a good way to describe it. Someone just comes up and punches you in the stomach. Ah! Belly goes in pretty fiercely. Breath is pushed out. Knock the wind out of you. That's what it is. You are only focusing on how quick and firmly you can squeeze that abdominal in, up, pulling up that navel and pushing the breath out. By doing so firmly, you literally create a pressurized vacuum. So all you have to do is instantaneously relax the muscles, and the breath will be pulled in from your diaphragm. You don't have to inhale. So you're just focusing on pushing the breath out and letting it naturally pull back in. It's all about the exhale, how many and how quick and how rhythmically you can squeeze and push that breath out. Now I'll do it so you can hear, and you're going to be able to hopefully hear the breath come in and out as I push it out. And then we're going to slow it down and work together. So I'm going to set this up here. Maybe we can hear this. So let me sit here and practice that and see if you can hear the breath go in and out. It's all on the compression, squeezing it out. So we're going to slow it down a little bit. I want you to learn how to do this breath. Slow it down. This is when it's really good, since we're doing rhythmic breathing, boom, boom, boom. It's nice to have some music on that you can breathe to. That's a good beat, you know, maybe something that's boom, 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 boom. You know, a good beat that's rhythmic, that goes on 4 or 5 minutes, that you can breathe. You know, really get into your music. In the way of music, I actually create breathing music that is going to be available soon, that's specifically for these breathing exercises. So we'll get into that later. But prepare for breathing. So everyone sit tall, relax the spine, focus on that compression on the exhale, and we're going to just do this for a couple minutes, and you're going to practice this on your own. And remember, through the nose, hot breath. This hot breath is amazing because we can sit here and do this breath of fire and create that breath so hot that we start sweating. Just sitting here and exercising your breath is one of the most powerful exercises you can ever do. So here we go. Everyone stretch yourself tall. Get happy. Clear your mind. Feel yourself as a breathing machine. And here we go. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Keep going, stay focused. A little bit more. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bet you're already starting to feel a little burn down there, hopefully. It's the power of the breath. All right, everyone. So I think this was enough for this first video. You've got 2 exercises of breathing. You just need to get down and learn, because next week we're going to put it together. Remember, we're going to do about 15 to 20-minute videos, and then once a month I'm going to do a longer one that we can actually have a full-on practice together. So, all right, great, excellent work, and we'll see you next week for our first Put It All Together video. Cheers.